It'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sunset Happy Hour Club. I'm your host, Mads, and today I'm here with Amanda Vick. This is so much fun.
I'm really nervous.
Don't be nervous. We can be awkward together.
Right.
All right. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to start off with 2 questions that we're asking every guest.
Okay, cool.
Nice, easy, just to warm me up.
Yeah.
First question, your go-to happy hour drink.
That's so hard because I feel like it changes so much, but I feel like this is the weird, and it's the weirdest drink.
Go for it.
And it has a little bit of a story behind it, but it's Blue Moon with Bloody Mary mix in it.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard of that.
Yeah, no. So there are some names for it. Like I think it's called like a red eye.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
It sounds disgusting. I don't like Bloody Marys, but I love this drink.
Okay.
It's so good.
Interesting.
And you can drink it any time of the day.
All right. I mean, I guess that makes sense because like you chase a Bloody Mary with beer, so that makes sense.
How I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be drank.
Okay.
Just mixing the beer into the
with the
Mary.
Okay.
Yeah, but
all right.
So good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Fancy. See, I can't get on board with Bloody Marys, so like I'm gonna leave that one for you. But
yeah, no, I feel like it's like the vodka tomato mix because I don't even really like tomatoes that much.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's the mix of those two is not good. But when you mix it with beer, it is.
Interesting. All right. I love that for you.
It's so good.
Okay. Second question.
Yeah.
Where is your favorite place for a sunset? And it can be like the best one you've ever seen somewhere, or it can just be like in general your favorite place to go. It can be whatever you want.
You definitely got me hooked on the Keys.
I have that effect on people.
The name of it's like the #1 sunset place, that restaurant bar situation. That's right over the bridge.
Sunset Grill. Is that the one that we went to with the pool?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sunset Grill.
Gosh, that place is amazing. And I feel like their signage says that they have the best sunsets there.
Probably, yeah, something along those lines. Especially when we're there in the fall, it's the best because then it sets like right over their dock. It's pretty good, yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, I feel like you literally see the whole sky there.
Yeah.
The sound of the cars, the waves. If you're sitting like on the dock, it's really quiet. If you're sitting eating delicious food, it's like atmosphere. It's a vibe.
The atmosphere is super good.
Yeah, the whole place there. Dig it.
Perfect answer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so to start off, let's just have you like elevator pitch yourself.
Oh, no!
Like give the people the spiel, a little bit about you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is okay. So, I went to college for graphic design. So that's where my formal training is. Did that for a couple years. Then I self-taught myself videography. Switched to doing that. Picked up photography. Along the way, I happened to have a nice camera. My cousins were eloping in their backyard and asked me to shoot their wedding. And I was like, sure. And then I was like, this is super fun. So I switched from graphic design to doing my own photography, videography full-time the week before COVID, which was the best time of everyone's
I thought
life.
that was your time frame.
It was so fun. And then, obviously survived that. Kind of brought graphic design back on. And now I'm bringing on tattooing.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to get into that because I have so many questions. I keep seeing you post stuff and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure I'm fully on board with it. It's so crazy.
So literally I was driving to the airport at 3 a.m. I had a friend driving me to the airport going somewhere. And I was like mornings are not my vibe. So I'm like half asleep, like just like talking about tattoos because I must have been getting one. Oh, that's when I was getting a tattoo in Florida. I was on my way to Florida. And my friend was like, you should just be tattooing. Like, you have so many tattoos, you should just do it. And I was like, should I? Should I? And at like 3 in the morning, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be a tattoo artist. And then the next day I remembered that conversation. I was like, wait, I feel like that's a really good idea.
Like, this is actually something I could do.
I feel like I could actually do that. So now I'm going to do it.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so let's back up before that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's talk more about you going full solo right before COVID.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, what was like the scariest big step when you were like, okay, I'm just going to fully go all in on myself?
So I was reading like so many things, like when I was kind of preparing to quit my job, I was reading so many things that like once you make time for something in life, like more opportunities will come. So like if you genuinely don't have the time, like you won't get the opportunities. And I was starting to like slowly phase out of my day job, and I was like, no, I feel like I just need to quit, and like all this stuff will just come. So I was like crossing my fingers. What was your question?
What was, no, first off, that was great. But like, what was the scariest part of like fully committing to like going all in on you?
I have to live in my car. I was so terrified that, I was going to quit my job and then I'd have to like go back.
Yeah.
Be like, hi, me again.
Just kidding.
I'm poor. But it ended up working out and it was fine, even during COVID.
Which is crazy.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to run a job and keep it going during a pandemic,
which I mean, like, honestly though, I mean, at least you got that out of the way right away, because now it's like, for sure,
now it's like
you're gonna make it happen regardless of what's going on. If you already made it happen there, you're good.
Horrifying though. It's one of those things where like it's gonna be scary, like you're never gonna feel ready. You're never gonna feel ready, so just do it. Which is really easy to say and horrifying
always,
to do.
always.
It's really easy to say, but like you just have to do it. And if you fail, you fail, and you figure something else out.
Exactly, because I mean, the day job's always there. Yeah. You can always go back to it. Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's crazy because like in my head, this is all you've ever done.
Yeah. So like right after I quit my job, and I remember announcing it on Instagram, be like, I quit my job, da 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 da, and everyone's like, wait, you had a job?
They're like, wait, this is just what you do. I don't understand.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh, I didn't know you had a job. I'm like, yeah.
But I think that's like, that's awesome, because I feel like that makes it, and I don't know, but I feel like for you that'd be really comforting, being like, okay, like clearly this is like what I should be doing, and it's like the right path, because all these people thought this was just my only thing anyway.
So,
like
TMI, but I was on the toilet at my old day job, literally going to the bathroom, and they had one of those like calendars that had like the like inspirational sign on like the top half, and the top half said, if you don't build your daydream, someone will hire you to build theirs. And I was like,
you're like, well, here we are.
I'm on the toilet at a job that I don't necessarily love anymore. Like that was the biggest light bulb.
That's crazy.
Moment ever.
I mean, it's totally true. And now here you are, building all of these things of your own.
All of the dreams. All of the dreams.
So that's the thing. So you do photo, you do video.
Yep.
You do graphic design.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more. What else is there? I feel like
I have
you've always got something.
Brand.
Yes.
So the design is like so much. So that's like preset creation. It's logo design. It's branding. It's all of that. I do ghost editing for other photographers because I'm crazy fast at editing.
It's true.
I have one secret skill. It's how fast I can edit pictures.
It's true. It's amazing. As the client on the other end, you get them very quickly.
So I just get so excited. I can't wait.
I love it.
And then now the tattooing.
Oh my God, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so you used to be huge into weddings. It was like your main thing,
that was
correct?
My main jam.
All right. Yeah. And now we're steering away from weddings.
Yes.
And only focusing on like destination weddings.
Yes.
What made you decide to go the destination route?
So last year I shot 47 weddings.
Oh my God.
That is too many.
That makes me tired. Just even hearing you say that makes me tired.
There were weeks where I would shoot Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then do it again the next week. Like it was so many weddings, and I loved them.
What is like the time frame that you shot those 47 weddings?
Oh God, I feel like my season usually never started until like April, May. So literally probably from like April, May to October.
Oh my God.
I rarely, I think I had one December wedding last year and one November wedding last year.
That is crazy.
So, it's a shit ton.
Yeah. That's I
swear on here.
You can say whatever you want.
It was a shit ton. It was
say whatever you want.
It was so many weddings. So when I was looking back at them, like they were all fun and I love the couples and I'm like genuinely really good friends with some of them now. I felt like I got to a point where I'm like, I can't mentally make this experience like unique to each of these people anymore.
That makes sense.
So I'm like, I just have to step back. And then I started getting a couple destination inquiries. I'm like, this is my jam.
Yeah.
So I started switching my marketing and my like wording as to like what I do to destination, and then more stuff started coming. So now I just try to focus on out of state.
That's so much fun.
Stuff.
What is like your favorite destination you've gone for one so far?
So it was the wildest story, but I was in St. Lucia in the Caribbean last November, and it was amazing. The wedding was insane, but then there was also a tropical storm that I got stuck in.
You know, got to make it exciting. Got to keep it.
That was insane. We like lost power to the resort. They're out of food and water. Like it was
Perfect.
crazy. It was like a big deal. But the wedding was like sick. And I feel like those types of weddings that are destination, like usually they have more of like a small, really close-knit group of people who come. And I feel like you can then get so much like closer and more intimate with everybody there.
Yeah.
So it's like you shoot better because you feel like people aren't like, who's this? Like, you know, you like put your camera at them and they get like cringy. They're like, they get excited and like make faces and all that stuff. So.
Oh my God, that's so much fun. What is your like dream destination wedding location?
Oh, that's a really good question. I feel like I get asked like, do you have a bucket list? I'm like, honestly, I really just want to go everywhere. So I feel like if it's somewhere I haven't been, like I'm down. I really want to shoot a wedding in New Orleans. I love New Orleans so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be super sick to do like an elopement in the middle of the street with like a band.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And just like people throwing beads everywhere. I think that would be so cool.
Your creative mind is something that like I don't even know.
Something that's like super sick and just like awesome and like reflects something about the couple. Like I'm down for it.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just had a question for you and I forgot because
That's how my brain works.
I'm like, oh my God, your brain. I'm obsessed with it.
Comes in and out.
What were we talking about? We said destination weddings. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Okay, so 42, 47 weddings. A lot of weddings. You've done a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
I feel like you have got to, at this point, like have a list of like absolute must-haves for a wedding and like things that you think should never happen.
Yes. Okay, so
let's hear it. I have so many friends getting married right now that it's so much fun being like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, and I feel like this is so like, do you know, like if it's good to you, do it. My biggest thing, and I feel like I say this at every wedding and every bride does it, so don't hate me. I think that bustling a wedding dress totally ruins it.
That's fair. I think I can get on board with that.
I've never seen a cute bustle dress.
I think that's an accurate statement.
I feel like I'm gonna go to hell. Wedding hell for saying that.
We all have opinions. It's fine.
These dresses are so pretty when they're like laid out, flowing, and I get for like dancing and stuff, it's easier when they're out of the way. I like the idea. Like I feel like it's a trend right now to like cut your dress.
Yes, I've seen that.
But
I know.
Really cool.
It's like a bold choice.
Yeah.
But
like the puffy sleeves and like short wedding dresses are like such a vibe right now. So I feel like cutting your wedding dress or getting a second wedding dress could be really cool. But yeah, I feel like bustling the dress is just not the vibe. And you know what else is not the vibe? The Cotton Eye Joe.
That's fair. I get that.
Cotton Eye Joe.
I feel like at this point we can be past line dances at a wedding.
I would like to think so.
We use them
Grandma and Grandpa love
I
it.
know. And like sometimes you just gotta give one to Grandma and Gramps.
Yeah, just one.
But that's fair. I can understand that being like when you're here on wedding 40 of 47 and you're like, I don't need to hear Cotton Eye Joe again.
Cotton Eye Joe.
We're done.
I'm done.
Goodbye, Joe.
My day is done.
Oh my God. Okay, so for the weddings.
Yeah.
Like now with your destination stuff, is it still primarily photo or are you doing a lot of your video as well?
So I do photo and video. So it's hard. So obviously there's moments that you can't get on photo and video at the same time. So what I'll do, I have a really cool DIY situation that I can tell you about in a second. But if a couple wants photo and video and they don't have the capacity for me to bring an associate to handle photo while I'll do video, or bring another person on for one of the other, I can do both, but they don't get like things like their first kiss. Like you have to choose, do you want that on photo or video? There's certain things that you can't get on both. But during COVID, I started this really cool thing called the DIY wedding option.
Okay, I've seen you post about it. What is it?
So I started it during COVID, and it was a huge hit. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to scale back on this now that COVID's done. And then people are like, where'd it go? And I'm like, okay, bring it back.
Bring it back. The people want it.
Yeah, so it's this tiny little camera. It's called a DJI Osmo Pocket. It's literally like a third of the size of a GoPro. It's really small. It's on a gimbal. Literally can fit in your pocket, your purse, wherever. So it's a 4K camera, so you get the rental for 4 days. Literally shoot as much as you want. Send the camera back to me, and then I turn it into a film.
That is fun.
It's a super awesome, like budget-friendly option for people who decide last minute, like, oh wait, I think I'm gonna regret not having video, but they didn't like leave room in their budget for it. Or for people who just really want that like super home film.
I was gonna say, yeah,
looking.
it's like super personal that way, which is super fun.
Yeah, so I feel like the footage that you get from those are so fun because people just like are so comfortable because I'm not there. Like, it's like
being like, okay, now do this, now do that. Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of just like, oh, like, whatever, right. And being silly, and it's such good footage.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Yeah, I love those.
Okay, let's go into like your design world.
Yes.
So you do branding, you do websites, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You do apparel design, which we are both wearing right now because Amanda is like our favorite to make anything come to life for Wandering Waves. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Some of my favorites are because Amanda, I was like, here's a weird little pencil drawing. Can you make this into something real?
Yeah.
And you do.
No, I love it.
So like, that's where you started, was design.
Yeah. So I went to college for graphic design. So in high school, I was really big into just traditional artwork. So just like drawing and painting and all that stuff. And then I had a family member who did graphic design. So in my head, I was like, okay, it's like drawing on the computer. So I went to school for that. I actually took a photography class in college, and I was like, this is the most boring thing I've ever done in my entire life.
The irony.
Here we are now. But yeah, so my... in college, I focused on packaging design. So I went and worked in Chicago for a little bit, did some packaging, and then came here. And the day job I had was working for a stationer. So I did wedding invitations and signage. So that's kind of how I got into the wedding world a little bit. Yeah. But now I focus more on like branding and websites and apparel design and all that fun stuff.
What is like your process if somebody were to come up like ground zero, like I have a name and I'm starting a company? Where do you go from there?
Like literally... just a bucket full of like inspiration. Like I will say go like a week and take pictures of anything and everything you love, even if you don't think it's relevant. Like I'll be sitting here and I'm like, oh my gosh, this like these two colors on this shirt are so cute. So it's like take a picture of that, just like everything for a week. Take a picture of everything that like catches your eye, you feel you like, feels inspiring in like whatever way. And then we'll take that and kind of
go from there.
Down. But I feel like a lot of the time with branding, people forget that like, especially with small businesses, like I am my brand, you are your brand, and like you have to be able to live like within your brand. And so some people, like I'm working out with a hairstylist right now who her previous branding like didn't necessarily feel like her. They like weren't connecting. So now we're figuring out like, okay, well, like tell me what you like to do on the weekend, because those are the clients that you're going to want to bring in, you know? So it's like you have to figure out
that makes sense.
How to like show you off in your branding, because that's how you're gonna get like more use. To come hire you. Which
like putting it that way, I feel like everyone's always like make like the persona of your dream client. But like putting it that way, like if you just want to attract people, I mean, a lot of times you're wanting to attract people like yourself. So like that makes sense that you should just be your own ideal client.
Like I am my ideal. Yes.
Wow, I love that. That makes. I feel like that's so much easier than like full on like, okay, create this new person.
Trying to figure out who this mystical person is. It's like you are that person.
Wow, I love that. Okay, that is really a way easier way to think of that. Wow, I love that for us. Okay, perfect. Okay, also, let's take a minute that I showed up at Amanda's today and she said, I figured I could make us a little cocktail and we can do it with wine or coconut water. And I said, let's go for it. We're doing wine. So
cheers to that.
Cheers. I'm obsessed. Because who doesn't need a little cocktail at, 11 o'clock on a Tuesday? I mean, Sunset Happy Hour Club. Here we are.
You know what? Yeah, we're living this brand.
Here we are.
It is not Sunset, the brand. But we are living this brand.
Correct. And it's gray outside like it has been for the last weeks. So
it's okay.
Sunset may not be visible anyway.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're just pretending.
Yeah.
We're pretending we're somewhere tropical with great cocktails.
There's a palm tree right there. Exactly. I don't know if they can see it.
And I think that's from like the Keys, isn't it?
I took that in the Keys. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Like I probably sent that to you.
Yeah, I think I have that in a folder somewhere. Yeah. I love it. Nice. Okay. Let's dive in to the tattoo.
Yeah.
You posted your first thing like, I'm starting another business, which like, first off, you are a girl after my own heart, because I've always joked that my family collects LLCs.
Yeah.
Between like me and my parents and my sisters, like there's always some sort of business plan in the process.
Yeah.
In New York, I feel like every time, all of a sudden, you're like, I have something new to announce. And every time I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait.
I like, every time I'm like, people are going to get so sick of this.
No,
like,
I love it.
What are you doing now? Like, oh no, it's really exciting. So yeah, I came up with the idea at like 3 a.m. on the way to a flight. I remembered it the next day. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's just roll with this too. Like, this is going to be so fun. So I am still in like the very early stages, so I don't know as much. If we were to revisit this in a month, I'd have more information. Right. But basically, I'm gonna be doing tiny chats. And I'm really excited about it. So my original vision was to have a mobile tiny chat like business. So I was gonna get like a bus, like some type of like sick where I can mobily do tattoos. Legally, that is really hard. So if anybody,
I was gonna ask about how all that worked out.
I don't know that that's possible. So I have a friend who is opening a sick space that I believe I'm gonna have a unit in. So fun. That will be really fun to have like a not brick and mortar, but like a planted like a space kind of. But I'm trying to figure out how to make this thing mobile. So if anyone knows anything about tattoos and how to just do them anywhere.
I feel like there's got to be a way because like there's people that get hired to do them at like weddings and stuff and like parties.
So this tattoo I got at a wedding.
Okay, I feel like I remember seeing you have that done.
So their like guest favor was a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so there's got to be a way.
Unless they're just doing it illegally, but I feel like there's got to be a way. I feel like they're not doing it illegally. They're
because they're big
like artists.
Pretty popular.
Yes.
There's got to be a way.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Because I could totally see you like strolling up in like a cute little like VW van.
Just like, hi, pop in.
Popping up in the trunk, just having like a little spot.
Sketch on you.
Oh my God, it'd be so cute.
No, I'm really excited. So I'm starting to like take the courses, buy the equipment. That stuff's all coming in. Come up with a few packs of my first like set of flash tattoos.
Yeah,
that I'm like
fun.
really excited about. But yeah.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
I'm really excited about it.
Well, I'll definitely let you tattoo me.
Yeah,
so
thanks.
I'm ready.
I need everybody.
Yeah.
I need all the models.
Listen, my last tattoo I got was literally done in my kitchen. So
I love that.
Yeah. So I'll definitely let you tattoo me.
Yes.
I'm
really excited.
Like, obviously you wanted it to be mobile, so you wanted to do like event stuff.
Yeah.
What is your vision of it like with having a little space?
Like
or
in
is
regards
that still to be determined?
It's still kind of a little TBD. Like I don't envision pulling away from photography, videography, graphic design for that.
Right.
So I would probably have like a day or two where I'm in there full time and try to push everyone to those days, but also like my schedule's super flexible. So if everyone's like, I can come Tuesday at 2, I can come Wednesday at 7, I can, I'm like, okay, fine, that's fine.
That's so fun.
But yeah, no, I envision like 1 or 2 days a week. I'm just there. People can stop in, hang out. All of the flash that I'm doing, I'm also turning into sticker packs and temporary tattoo packs, which is going to be really fun. So yeah, I think that's the idea right now for the little
I love it.
permanent space. Yeah,
I want to do like a little party with you.
Same.
Like, combined
Let's
together.
do it.
Yes.
No, I think that would be so fun. I'm excited about that.
Okay, so what else is on the radar for you? Like travel plans, whether that's just for like fun or work or for whatever?
Yeah, so I'm about to hit, I feel like I had this a couple times a year where it's like, I'll travel like really wildly for like 2 months and then I like don't travel for 2 months and then at the end of those 2 months I'm like, I need to go somewhere, I'm getting itchy,
Yeah.
So in like 2 weeks I go to Vegas and then the potential to go from Vegas to Florida and then from Florida to Maine and then, or not Maine, from Florida to Ohio and then Ohio to Maine. And then I think I'm going to drive from Maine up through Canada and come back.
Really?
I've never done that. I've never been to Canada.
When are you in Maine?
I don't know.
Oh.
Like August. Like the first weekend of August, I think.
I feel like that area would be so pretty.
Yeah. I'm really excited. So I'm going for an engagement session in Acadia Park. State Park.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've never been there.
Fun.
I've never been to Maine. I'm like, was TBD for a while. I'm like, do I want to like, now that I'm in Maine, just like do all that,
like all those little states right there? Yeah.
Or do I want to go up through Canada? And I originally was going to go to Canada with my brother right before COVID. And then Canadians are like, you're not allowed.
Yeah.
We were going to do that and see both sides of Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, oh, I can do that now.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go up through Canada. But
that makes sense. Yeah. Fun. Do I remember right? Do you have Hawaii on your schedule soon?
Oh my gosh, I was supposed to.
Sad. So sorry.
No, okay, so I was supposed to go in October and I was really excited about it. And the couple, her husband just started a firefighting position and they have like a mandatory training or something for that week. So they're pushing it. So I don't know when the new date is, but I'm hoping
still
I'm
like
available.
kind of in the books.
It's kind of in the books. Yeah, it's kind of in the books. It just doesn't have a date on it.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm still like, Come to me. I'll make myself available.
We're still manifesting
We're
Hawaii.
still manifesting it. I just don't know when exactly it's happening yet.
Fair
but
enough.
I've never been there.
Me either. I feel like it's totally, I feel like your vibe.
If I'm going, you're going with me.
All right, perfect. Well, from California, it's just a little hop skip. So
yeah, seriously.
just give me the date. I'm in.
It's so close. Yeah, I know. I feel like that's one of those places where it's like, realistically, I could just go. But like, if a client's like, come, I'm like, okay. Like, that's a good excuse.
It's like the perfect push to like just finally commit and buy the ticket.
I feel like to like hop around once you're there. Because I feel like you have to spend time there. Yeah. You can't just go for 4 days. No. It takes too long to get there. Yeah. You know?
And there's just like so much to see, and it's not like one that's easy to like hop back and forth to. So like if you're there, like you got to do it right.
You got to do it. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that's on my list where I'm like, I need to just bite the bullet and do it already.
Just do it, yeah.
Yeah. That's where my sister was supposed to go before COVID. Aww. She was going to graduate, and then she was going to go like backpack through the Hawaiian Islands.
I see that for her though.
Yeah. But now she lives in different islands. Yeah. So it worked out okay.
Yeah. No, she's living a good life.
Yeah. My question for you.
Yeah.
What is like your biggest piece of advice you would give anybody who's like trying to just A, break into like something creative, industry wise, or B, somebody who's trying to quit their day job and just make their like quote unquote side thing their main whole everything?
Yeah, so literally just do it. And I said it earlier, like it's really easy to say that and it's really hard to do it, but literally just do it. You're never gonna feel ready. You're never gonna feel like you have enough money saved. You're never gonna feel like whatever, but it's not gonna kill you. That's the biggest like lesson in life, I feel like, is like, okay, but you didn't die. Like, you did not die. And that's like the worst. Yeah. Is if it were to kill you, that would be the worst.
Like, okay, then maybe tone it back, but
it's literally not gonna happen. So I always have like, not that I want any of my businesses to fail, but like I feel like it would kind of be cool to work in a coffee shop for a little bit. So like I always think like, you know what, if this were all to fail and like I had to go work in a coffee shop for a little bit, I kind of think that would be really fun.
That's like a great way to think about it.
There's some like really fun jobs that like aren't necessarily my dream job that like if this were to fail, maybe I'd do that. Freaking Curly's coffees in the whatever.
Perfect.
I love it there.
Yeah,
like
it's so
if
cute.
I had to move to the Keys and work at this little Curly, look it up on Google if you don't know what it is.
It is super cute.
Insert a picture if you can.
Right. Here's Curly's. Here, put it over here.
It's
Curly's.
Literally like the cutest. You know, it's like if this life isn't that serious, first off, nothing in life is that serious, and it's not going to kill you. So,
and really, for the most part, no changes that you're making have to be permanent.
No, nothing is permanent. Not even tattoos.
Yeah, that's true.
You can get those taken off.
You can.
You could get in a boat accident and lose your entire arm. That has your tattoos on it. Super morbid, but like nothing is that serious. Nothing is that permanent. Like, it is going to be fine. And even you probably feel like it's not going to be fine, it's literally going to be fine.
It'll all work out.
Yeah.
Okay, also,
probably not, maybe not even the way that you want it to, but it will work out.
Exactly.
Or the way you think you wanted it to. There's so many things where I'm like, that's not how I thought it was going to be, but it's how it needed to be, and it's how I want it to be now. So
yeah, and I think without taking like the big crazy like super scary leaps, you never get like to those points.
You're all comfortable part of it. Doing it again in the future. You know?
Yeah. Okay, also, because I think you're like one of the absolute most creative people I know, and just that like everything you're doing, I'm like, the inspiration you pull from is I don't understand, because it's always something. And like my mom too, every time you post something, mom's like, Amanda is just so creative. Like everything she does is just so cute. Like how do you keep the inspiration like flowing, or like what do you pull from? Like creativity is quite literally like your bread and butter. So like how do you keep that fresh and like exciting and able to pull from?
Just like being open to like everything and being able to take things in. So I feel like being in the moment is a huge thing, because you can take things in versus like, okay, so like my design a little bit of my space, you can see a little bit of it.
It's so cute.
So I was in Charleston a couple years ago at this restaurant bar called The Rider it's the restaurant is called the Little Palm, and it's in the Rider Hotel. This bar, I like walked in and I'm like, I need to like move in here. Like seriously, it was the cutest thing ever. And I basically like design my apartment based on
Oh.
it. So just like little things like that where I'm like, okay, my apartment alone now, I love being here. I feel creative being here because I pulled inspiration from somewhere that I felt creative and felt happy. So it's just little things like that where it's like the palm trees, you know, like make me feel warm when I'm looking at them. So like,
so good.
just like pulling inspiration from things in life that just make you happy and then like making sure you're implementing them in other ways.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know tattoos are on the horizon.
Yes.
Where else, like, if you could tell us right now, like, as big or as little as you want,
Yeah.
this is where I want to head to, and, like, this is what I want all of my stuff, like, the direction I want everything to go towards.
Yeah.
Obviously, that changes, and we
Yeah.
all know.
Yeah.
Things change. But, like, if you had to, like, give us an idea of, like, how you want everything to keep going.
So like at the end of the day, I envision myself living in this cool area
Yeah.
where it's like just my house and then like I have a back lot with like a studio where I can just like paint and tattoo and shoot and do all the sick stuff, and then like an Airbnb where I can also shoot but I can also rent out and
Oh my
get
God, I
passive
could see you
income,
having
like,
the
all
cutest
this stuff.
Airbnb.
Yes. So I just envision myself like in this like plot of land. I don't know where.
That's okay.
Yeah, and even if I answered, I would probably have a different answer next week.
Yeah.
Just like this land of like everything that I would ever want, like a sick garden. Like that garden's kind of nice, but it doesn't get enough light. You know, it's just like I can just grow my own stuff and like have rabbits and like a studio and an Airbnb and like my space and like lake access, ocean access.
We love the water. We love the water.
Just like roll down my yard into the water. That would be great.
Do you follow Allison Wettig on any social media?
I'm so bad at names,
Oh my God.
maybe.
You should look because I feel like you guys have a very similar vibe. And like she just started an Airbnb and she's like crazy aesthetic and she runs like a vintage shop. And I don't know, I feel like you guys would have very similar vibes, which is you explaining your vision to me was very much like, oh my God, you guys have like very similar.
There is one of my friends mentioned a show on Netflix that I don't know the name of it, but it's someone who like rehabs old motels. And I'm like,
that's cute.
maybe not this year,
but eventually.
That's pretty sick.
That is
so
super
like
cool.
rehab these like super sick motels and they're just like.
And I feel like that's such a like a thing right now.
Yes.
There's this one that I found, I think on Instagram or TikTok or something, that's down in like St. Augustine in Florida. And it's so cute. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's like all pink and like super like, I don't know, like flamingos and like kind of trendy, but like also kind of retro.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I love that.
They're so cute.
Maybe I'll open a motel.
Oh my God. I would love it.
That's a big project.
It would be a huge project.
Yeah.
I feel like an Airbnb does feel a little more manageable.
Start with an Airbnb. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, I think that kind of wraps it up. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wait, you're getting a puppy. You just told me you're getting a puppy.
I am getting a puppy. So it was bred a couple days ago. I have to cough so bad. Can I cough?
Go for it.
So my boyfriend's like super big into hunting and he has had this like lifetime dream of having a hunting dog. I have had a lifelong dream of having no pets. I have a cat.
Those are polar opposites. But
I have a cat who's eating dinner. You know, whatever. It's fine. So I'm not going to crush him of his dream. It's going to be great and cute. But it got bred a couple days ago. So we're hoping the pregnancy sticks.
Oh.
Becomes a puppy. We'll get it in like, I think dogs are pregnant for like 2 months. So.
Yeah, I just heard that somebody else that we know is getting a puppy and they're like, oh yeah, we'll have it here. I'm like, oh, that's really fast.
Yeah, when we were talking about puppies, I was like, oh yeah, 9 months we'll have a different place to live. We won't have to worry about
I have so much time to plan.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, 2 months, cool.
Psych.
Awesome. Quickest pregnancies ever. Like, that's great. Quickest pregnancy, and they have like 7 dogs in there. That's so weird to think about.
That is weird. Nature's crazy.
We're getting a puppy.
It's so fun.
Trying to figure out how to name it is
hard.
Very hard.
Because it's like, it feels like a big commitment.
It's a huge commitment. And when one of us is super beachy and the other one is super mountainy, and we're trying to like
meld it together.
He's like, I'm not naming it sunscreen. I'm like, okay.
You're like, fine, okay, whatever.
Name it sunscreen, that's fine. Yeah, no. But
that's so
that's
fun.
the next big adventure.
I love it.
But I'm kind of like looking forward to like like, I don't know if you can take a dog to Target, but like, you know, just taking a dog places.
Well, that's kind of what I'm like. I try to bring Ridley as many places as possible.
Yeah.
Which is proving to be a little bit harder around here. Like,
Yeah.
down by us, there's like one place that has like a nice patio area where I'm like, I just want to like go and have like an app and a drink and like bring the dog.
Well, and I feel like the issue is like, you can't walk a dog like through an establishment. So so it's like the patio has to be like out front, or like you have to be able to get to the patio because they like don't want the dogs inside.
Yeah, and there's very few options.
Yeah,
at least in Racine.
Yeah,
because I'm like that's all I want.
But at that point, it's like.
Because I'm like, I want to bring him out because in my head, he's going to be like a little California pup that just comes with me quite literally everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to now, but yeah, it's hard.
So there's someone on TikTok, I think it's probably TikTok, who brings their cat paddleboarding.
Oh my God, stop.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I tried to give Vienna back one time, and I thought I was going to die.
I could totally see you on a paddleboard with your cat.
I would love to. I think a dog's probably more realistic because Vienna literally tried to kill me when I tried to give her a bath one time. But
you should get one of those little backpacks that look like a little spaceship with this thing, and then you could bring her on in that.
People have those at the farmer's market all the time. Yeah. And like,
it's so funny. All of a sudden they're little peeking out of it. So cute. Oh,
I love it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, I could totally see you with your little cat in your backpack and your little pup on the paddleboard.
Yeah,
it would
just
be
like
so
scooting
sweet.
around town.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Also, now that we're talking about scooting, going back to my vision of like what I want golf carts. Oh, that is something that I have thought about for like years and years and years. I think having golf carts to like drive around,
like just for like life,
just for fun, would be like the funnest thing ever. Yeah, like take your golf cart down to your garden.
Yeah.
And then
see, I'm weird in that like I don't like driving things. Like I love a jet ski, don't need to drive it. Yeah. Will happily be the passenger. I will ride. Yeah. Love like a scooter or like a Vespa, don't need to be the driver. I will gladly sit in the back of it. Yeah. Same with a golf cart.
It's
like
scary.
James' brother has like 12 of them in his yard because he like rehabs them and like fixes them up. And they were like, go ahead, you want to drive tonight? And I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, I'm perfectly happy just sitting here as the passenger. Like, I have so much fun on them, but I have no need to drive. It's scary. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah. For some reason, I feel much safer putting my trust into somebody else, which is maybe weird.
I had a friend who had one of those electric scooters, you know, where you like crank the handlebars and it goes. And I cranked it all the way. This was in like 6th, 7th grade. I cranked it all the way and like ate shit. Oh. Fell straight on my back. So I think
that's my thing. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's that I don't trust myself or I'm scared of like eating shit and it being my own fault. I don't know.
If you think about like driving a car, that was horrifying to like learn how to drive a car. So it's like kind of the same thing.
Crashed, right when I started learning. So like that maybe that explains everything because I started like I think I had my temps for like 2 days. Yeah. And got, like totaled the other car. Like I did the damage.
Yeah. You're like it was me. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I wasn't a little accident. I fully committed to it and did the damage, but. Wow, it's all coming together. Maybe that's why I don't like driving other vehicles.
Our driving traumas are coming out.
Like, oh, I think it's all connected. That's weird.
Yeah. No, it's horrifying.
But yeah, I love being a passenger. Yeah. I could totally see you cruising around in your little golf cart to your little studio and tending to your plants.
Put some like, you know those like umbrellas that people put outside bars that have like the hay on them or whatever, the straw. Put that on the top.
Like thatched.
Yes.
Oh my God, it would be so cute. I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen places that have like cute like retro runs with like the stripe, like almost umbrella looking tops or like.
Yes.
It'd be so cute.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll add it to the bucket list.
Perfect. I feel like we just fully made your vision board for life and I'm obsessed with it.
What I'm working towards.
I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think we can wrap it up there. Thank you for being one of our, I think you're our second guest on the podcast, and it's been great. Yeah. You know, we've, again, worked through a couple technical difficulties because there's a lot of cords in this setup that
is very technical.
You know, we're working on it, but I think we're getting closer. Yeah. So thank you for having me. Thank you for the cocktail.
Thank you for having me.
Yay. Okay. Well, that wraps up this episode of Sunset Happy Hour Club. Thank you for listening. You can also watch mine and Amanda's conversation over on YouTube at Sunset Happy Hour Club, or follow us on all the social medias at Sunset Happy Hour Club, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.